A little while ago, I heard this story which completely changed my perspective. And what it is it's like, imagine you're holding like a water bottle, just like this. And for the example, let me use, I don't know, my pair of headphones. You could hold it for like 5 minutes and not feel a thing. But then imagine I stayed like this for an hour. Eventually it's gonna start, aching, and I'm gonna start feeling a little bit of discomfort. Now imagine if I held this for an entire day. Eventually my hand would let go and I would completely crumble under the pressure. Well, you know what's interesting about that story? It is the exact same thing for stress. We don't even realize it, but when you start worrying, when you start overthinking about something and you start letting that stress pile up, at first you don't even feel it, you don't even realize it, but then the more you think about it, the more it starts taking a toll on you. You start procrastinating because that's all you're starting to think about, and it's starting to hurt your progress and your work. But now eventually what happens is when you let all that stress build up, it completely takes over your life. You cannot think of anything else. You're just constantly procrastinating, distracting yourself just to get a second without thinking about it. You're starting to worry about everything. What if I don't do it good enough? What if I fail? What if I don't get the results I want? So right now, whatever kind of stress you might have in your life, if you keep letting it control you, it is only going to get worse and worse. So here's what I want you to do, okay? Don't make the same mistake that I did. Because for a long time, I let stress completely control me. There wasn't a day that went by where I wasn't worrying about everything. I wasn't telling myself that I can't achieve this, that what if I'm not good enough? What if I don't, what if I don't make it in time? And then eventually I'm gonna live a life that I don't want to, working a job I don't want to, and living unhappy, away from God. And then one day, after letting it engulf me for my entire life, I finally realized it. You have to stop caring. Think about it. When do you actually get the most work done? You get it when you don't have a care in the world. You don't care if you get the PR done. You don't care when you turn in the work. You don't care about anything. Because what happens is we focus on all the little things, every single person's opinion, even the ones that we don't even know. We start worrying about every single detail, making sure it is completely perfect. That in the end, we have nothing else to do. Stop caring. It is because we get so stuck in our mind that we turn stress against us and instead we let it control us. But there's a very simple way to completely switch that, to make stress work for us instead. And it is very simple. You have to understand the level of stress you're able to handle. Because everyone has a different level and you are able to increase it over time. It is something that you can work on. Because now as a beginner, you cannot handle very much stress. If right now, tomorrow, you hit 1 million subscribers, you're gonna have so many people telling you when's the next video. They're gonna be building so much hype. You wanna make that video as perfect as possible. And then when your business finally starts booming, you have to learn how to scale, and instantly you just get so much extra stress. Your schoolwork, your business, anything. And you feel like whatever you introduce, it will not be good enough. And that happened for me. When I started actually getting some progress with YouTube, there was a moment where you can actually see it. I stopped posting videos for a month, from like December to January. And the reason for that was because I had started seeing results and I just didn't know what to do. There were so many people asking for the next video. There were so many people wondering what the next interesting topic I was gonna talk about was. And then it just started consuming me, and I thought that whatever kind of video I would make, it would not be good enough. But then one day, I decided I didn't care. I was gonna make whatever video I wanted about whatever I wanted to help someone with. And then when I realized that, I got back into my daily uploads and I made 10 times the progress I was actually making. Because you have to learn to stop caring. I'm repeating it over and over, but it is because it is so important. That one guy that keeps telling you you're not gonna succeed, it doesn't matter. Those extra details you want to add in your website that absolutely no one is going to see except you doesn't matter. Stop trying to perfect everything and procrastinate. Get the work done. But there's a simple thing I want you to learn. With all of that access stress, you are also going to learn how to handle it better. You're going to learn how to have a team helping you, and that is all that matters. So right now, I know you don't want to disappoint your parents with school because you know they spent a lot of money on it. You don't want to post your next video because your last one went viral and you're afraid that your audience is going to be disappointed. Well, you know what? In the end, none of it matters. All that matters is the glory of God. All that matters is living by His word, is by following Him. And the day you realize that is the day you realize that nothing in this world is worth stressing about. Because we only have a limited amount of things that we can care about. And if you care about the little things, if you waste it on a 50-cent coupon, on why the TV show you were waiting on was delayed, complaining about issues which are out of your control, then that is going to become part of you and you're not going to be able to escape it. You have to learn to be your own person. You have to learn that although your results won't be perfect, they will be good enough, and that is all that matters. So I know you have so many people counting on you. You have your next generation, your future kids. You have your ancestors, your parents that you want to retire. All of it, I know, is just piling up because you want to make them proud. You want to be able to take care of them. But there's two ways that can go. It can either go well and you are motivated. You know that if you don't get anything done, nothing will change and you will start to get to work. Or you will be so focused on making it as perfect as possible that you never start. You want to make sure that the start of your YouTube channel or your business is as good as possible so you never end up posting your first video. If you look at my first video, you're going to see how horrible it was. I was using a script which was so obvious. I was using like some random Google Slides and the quality was horrible, but it didn't matter. I had tried my best to make it good enough and then I just uploaded it. I didn't care if it was optimized for the algorithm. I didn't care if I put enough keywords to make the algorithm pump my videos out. I just posted it. And now look at where we are. So all that matters is that it's good enough, is that you start. Is that you actually get to work. Because if you keep thinking about the people that you're going to disappoint if it's not perfect, well then it's never going to be good enough. But if you don't even care about it, if you just want to get the work done, if you're motivated to help the people that you want to help, that's how you're actually going to get the success you want. Turn stress into a good thing, not a bad thing. Turn it into a motivator. Because you don't want to end up being the guy that did nothing with his life. Getting up in the morning purely for your goals. Purely for the people that are counting on you. That is a good level of stress. So as always, I'm not going to waste any more of your time. I truly hope I was able to help you. And if I did, just consider subscribing because YouTube will recommend you more videos like this and it helps me out because it motivates me. So now, as always, God bless you and have a great rest of your day. Amen.